viewers, welcome to this new edition of your 9 p.m. newspaper. Here are the main titles. The head of state chaired the 16th meeting of the Council of Ministers. And on the international scene, around 60 lawyers carrying humanitarian aid in Israel-Palestine. Those were the main stories. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. For the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, shared the 16th session of the Council of Ministers, and 11 questions were on the agenda with the budget issues and several state institutions. For more details, with our colleague Dini Moussa.
Sous la présidence du chef de l'État, son Excellence, M. Ismail Omar Guelleh, s'est tenue donc la 16e séance du Conseil des ministres en ce mardi 24 octobre 2023. 11 questions étaient inscrites à l'ordre du jour. La première question.
The first question concerns the draft finance law approving, therefore adopting, the state's amending budget for the 2023 financial year. The purpose of the amending bill is to revise the budgetary forecasts of the initial 2023 finance law. This amending budget established in revenue and expenditure at a sum of 153 billion Djiboutian francs. The amending budget is up to order of more than 2.8 billion Djiboutian francs compared to the initial 2023 budget. In the context of the strong international tensions, global inflation and the energy crisis have somewhat impacted the forecasts. However, our country is recording a slight recovery in growth with an improvement in import activities, and the free zone sector is showing higher growth. Inflation is under control and estimated at 2.9% thanks to a drop in basic product prices and subsidies implemented by the authorities in the food and petroleum product sectors. This budgetary revision covered the various items, namely patents and license, as well as indirect taxation, with the introduction of new measures concerning the surcharge on printing paper, the surcharge on toilet water, and the surcharge on perfumes. The objectives within the framework of this amending law remain the rationalization of public expenditure, the search for savings, and the tangible and more efficient improvement of the results of tax administration. This bill illustrates the government's desire to maintain a budgetary framework conducive to economic growth and development. The second question relates to a bill approving the financial accounts of the Djiboutian Geometral Energy Development Office for the financial years of 2018, 2019, 2021, and 2022. The financial accounts of the audit of the financial year 2022 are stopped in income and expense. In income first at 573 billion Djiboutian francs and in expenses at 544 billion Djiboutian francs. The result for the financial year is an increase compared to the previous year. For example, an increase of 17.8 million, and it amounts to 28.8 million in 2022 compared to 11 million francs in 2021. The income from the audit also experiences a decrease of 91 million Djiboutian francs and amount to 573.8 million francs in 2022 against 665 million Djiboutian francs in 2021. In 2022, the audit invested 104 million Djiboutian francs in construction, technical installations, and materials and tools. During these exercises, it appears that the audit was able to carry out activities such as surface studies and complementary studies on the various geothermal sites, in particular the north of Goubet site and La Casale. The third question concerns a bill approving the financial amounts of the Military Retirement Fund for the financial years of 2018, 2019, and 2020, and the financial accounts of the CMR for the financial year of 2020. Therefore, a product is set at 214 billion Djiboutian francs and in charge of 229 billion Djiboutian francs with the assistance of the state, which amounts at 143 billion Djiboutian francs. The previous financial years of the fund were also cleared for the financial years of 2018 and 2019. The financial accounts of the CMR for the financial year 2019 are recorded as an income at 2.0 billion Djiboutian francs and at expenses at 219 billion Djiboutian francs, which state assistance amounting to 135 million Djiboutian francs. The financial accounts of the CMR for the 2018 financial year were recorded an income of 197 billion Djiboutian francs and at expenses at 210 billion Djiboutian francs with the state assistance of 130 million Djiboutian francs. The fourth question concerns a bill approving the financial accounts of the Center for Studies and Research of Djibouti, therefore better known by the abbreviation of the financial years 2018, 2019, and 2020, and also 2021. The financial accounts of the CR for the financial year of 2021 are stopped in income at 488 billion Djiboutian francs and expenses at 829 billion Djiboutian francs. With a surplus result of 1 billion 534 million Djiboutian francs. The result of the previous financial year therefore marked an increase of 28.4 million. It amounts to 15.3 million in 2021 compared to a negative amount to 8 billion Djiboutian francs in 2021 compared to 777 million in 2022. The site's total expenses are increasing in amount to 829 million in 2020. Personal expenses are increasing in amount to 657 million Djiboutian francs in 2021. The circle have invested 26.9 million Djiboutian francs in the Ecoment tools. The fifth question concerns a bill approving the financial accounts of the University of Djibouti for the financial years of 2018, 2019, and 2020, and also 2021. The financial accounts of the university are approved for 2021, produced at 339 billion Djiboutian francs and expenses at 358 billion Djiboutian francs. With a deficit of 195 million Djiboutian francs, revenues for the year therefore increased by more than 84 million and amounts to 339 billion Djiboutian francs in 2021 compared to 330 billion Djiboutian francs in 2020. These revenues consist of training registration fees, initial 165.5 million, and registration fees for continuing education, 82 million Djiboutian francs, as well as the state subsidy. The University of Djibouti welcomed 11,216 students in 2021, an increase in enrollment of 4%, and the university's financial account for the 2020 financial year stands at 3 billion Djiboutian francs. The University of Djibouti welcomed 10,746 students in 2020. The staff number stands at 567. The university's financial account for the 2019 financial year are recorded as an income of 325 billion in 2018. The university have expended 1.8 billion Djiboutian francs in construction, transport, equipment, office automation, IT, as well as manuals. The 2018 financial amounts of the university stand at 30 billion Djiboutian francs, and the University of Djibouti welcomed 9,267 students back in 2018. The sixth question relates to a bill approving the financial accounts of the Djibouti International Airport. The airport's financial accounts for the year 2021 are recorded as income in 297 billion Djiboutian francs and in expenses at 329 billion Djiboutian francs, with a net loss of 345 million Djiboutian francs. Operating income increased by 22% in 2021. The airport launched three major priority projects, namely the construction of the new control tower, the rehabilitation of aeronautical pavements, and the purchase of a new fire truck. The seventh question relates to a bill approving the financial accounts of the Djiboutian Administration Agency for the financial years of 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. The financial accounts of the INAP for the 2021 financial year are closed and produced at 135 million and expenses at 10 million Djiboutian francs. Djibouti, with a profit of 2.618 million Djiboutian francs, revenue for the year increased and therefore amount to 135 million Djiboutian francs, compared to 117 million in 2020. INAP's total expenses increased in amount to 108 in 2021 compared to 99 million in 2022. The main items are other purchases as external services and personal costs. The 10th question concerns a draft decree which aims to approve the conclusions of the preliminary evaluation of the solar power plant project. The draft decree approves the evaluation of the Grand Dam solar power plant project to be developed in public-private partnership between the Djiboutian government and the private company of the United Arab Emirates, AMA Power Limited, in accordance with Article 16 of the Law Number 200/1786 of May 29, 2017, relating to public-private partnership. This important project responds to the government's positions in the fight against climate change by promoting long-term adaptation mechanisms, namely energy production through clean energy. This project is therefore part of the Authority's strategy for the diversification of energy sources, and the objective being to make Djibouti a country using 100% green energy by 2035. The next question concerns a project order amending number 23072 of April 18, 2023, approving a plot of land for the benefit of the United Arab Emirates Embassy. This plot, with an area of 500 square meters, is located to the south of lot 319. The 11th question concerns a bill approving the financial accounts of the Djiboutian Development Agency for the year of 2022, and the AD's financial accounts for 2022 are set as that income at 609 million Djiboutian francs and as expense at 567 million Djiboutian francs, with a net result of 41 million francs. Djibouti, as part of its project management and execution missions, the DDS has made investments amounting to 2.6 billion Djiboutian francs in 2022 through funds mobilized from technical and financial partners.
In the second part of the Council of Ministers, and in the same week, there was discussion of a draft decree relating to the solar power plant. For more details, with our colleague Dini Moussa. The Minister of Youth and Culture, in partnership with the UNESCO, announced the holding of a major workshop on capacity building on teaching staff in a school environment who were focused for the announced holding for this major workshop on capacity building of the leading staff in the school environment, and we're focused on 2003 Convention for the safeguarding of the intangible cultural heritage. This important event took place from October 23 to 25 in 2023 at the People's Palace. The workshop was officially launched by the Minister of Youth and Culture, and who highlighted the unwavering commitment of the government of Djibouti to the preservation and promotion of intangible cultural heritage. The opening ceremony was marked by the distinguished presence, numerous personalities, including national and international experts, the Secretary General of UNESCO, Mr. Mohamed Moussa Yabe, the Director General of the MGC, advisor of the MGC, and educational advisor from different regions of Djibouti, as well as teachers and patients. Of UNESCO, Mr. Mohamed Moussa Yabe said in his speech that he highlighted the importance of diversity, cultural, and encourage international cooperation to preserve this living heritage. For his part, the Minister of Youth and Culture in French, she said and explained about the importance of the UNESCO Convention since 2003 for the safeguarding of cultural heritage, and this mission has as a mission to protect and promote intangible cultural element with the constitute of inestimable wealth of our heritage, said the minister. These include tradition, customs, and oral expressions, artistic and many other essential aspects of our culture. The convention promotes the transmission of this practice from generation to another generation, while respecting the communities and groups that holds them, conclude the minister. The General Inspectorate of the State of Republic of Djibouti has opened the doors of the prestigious Djibouti Palace Campeski to host the 13th meeting of the steering committee of the Forum General States Inspection of Africa and similar institution. This 2 days event, which will be held from October 24 to 25 this year, brings together the delegation from Djibouti, Mauritania, and also Burkina Faso, the Republic of Congo, Madagascar, and Angola. A discussion at this meeting aimed to share the best practice and lessons to learn the areas of expertise about the member institution. The aim of this workshop is to assist inspections general state to meet the challenges linked to the empowerment of public governance, the fight against corruptions, and strengthening transparency, that's contributing the effort and efficient, effective use of the public resources in Africa. The Executive Secretary of these institutions also presented activity and financial report for the year 2022, as well as other items of the agenda for the approval of the steering committee. In his intervention, the president of the Frozen Steering Committee explained the meeting of the Fiji Steering Committee in Djibouti, which is an opportunity to strengthen the cooperation between the African State General's inspections and promote the values of transparency, the good governance, and fight against corruption on the continent, he said, and continue to work for a brighter future for Africa where the management of public resources is efficient and a benefit of all African citizens, he said. During his opening speech, the Inspector General of the state of Djibouti also said that the Secretary Executive of Fiji greeted the delegation present and underlined the importance of the rules and inspection general state in the implementation of public policies and business governance. The Forum of the State General Inspections created in 2006 in Djibouti currently brings together 27 African members and aims to promote good governance, transparency, and fight against corruption in the countries, but also all the continent, he concluded. The Intergovernmental Authorities on Development, known as IGAD, in collaboration with the German government, yesterday held in the annual meeting of the Foundies Steering Committee, the regional for migrations at the Sheraton Hotel. The 2 days event of IGAD was focused on reviewing the progress and financial performance of the RMF and on the formulation of a recommendation for future commitments. The meeting brought together virtually participants from Director Immigration and the Director of Affairs of Refugees and Returnee and representative of Minister of Foreign Affairs in IGAD member states. The IGAD implementing partners, NGOs, made for these cross-borders localities and representative of the German Cooperation and the German Development Bank, Ms. Fathia Alwan, representing the Executive Secretary of IGAD, and Dr. Werkene Gebeyehu highlighted significant progress made in the implementation of the RMF in the IGAD region. She greeted the effort of IGAD, its member state, and the German government, noting that the activities of the RMF are gradually reaching committees and will soon produce positive results, she concluded. The ambassador Idris Margili highlighted the importance of IGAD migration program to ensure safe and orderly migration in the region. The meeting resulted in the review of annual progress report, the approval of new sites intervention and recommendation for harmonious implementation, as well as the political support of the member states. Since the inspections in 2019, the RMF has been instrumental in addressing issues related to the migration and promoting of a potential in the IGAD region, he concluded. Djibouti has marked a significant step in its fight against money laundering and financing of terrorism by organizing a 3-day training at Kempinski Palace Hotel. This initiative, shared by the Attorney General and the National Coordinator, Mr. Jama Suleiman, virtually brought together officials from GAFIMON and other institutions to discuss the mutual evaluation process. The objective of this training is to strengthen the capacity of the stakeholders involved in the fight against money laundering and terrorist financing. During this 3 days workshop, the participant will have the opportunity to deepen their knowledge on these crucial issues, and the training modules will provide an overview of a mutual evaluation process and the responsibility of authorities involved. Additionally, a session will look at the effectiveness of assignments, examining best practices, and the highlighting the importance of collection of information. This initiative is a continuation of the effort of the Djiboutian government to strengthen its framework for combating money laundering and terrorist financing. There is only 1 week that he shared for the virtual meeting of the level of government officials and preside over the workshop. This meeting has as procedures to the ongoing training that in Djibouti is a firm commitment to fight against this threat in the national security. In an atmosphere of warmth and a partnership, the Civil Aviation Promise of Djibouti recently hosted a memorable ceremony. Their history was written with the official in the civil aviation signing of renewable the Security Cooperation Convention, the civil aviation between Djibouti and the France country. This significant event was marked by the presence of Mr. Daoud Ali Abdou and the respected Director General of Civil Aviation of Djibouti, as well as by the Ambassador of France to Djibouti, Mr. Dana. This existing and this exciting new agreement strengthen the ties between the nation of France and Djibouti in terms of civil aviation, but also in areas of airspace management, aviation safety, and staff training. The renewal of this agreement testified to unfailing dedication of Djibouti and France country for the guarantee safe and efficient skills while promoting the continued growth of aviation industry. The signatures is a major importance of bilateral relation between Djibouti and France. That's confirming and sure commitment of these two countries to the aviation and security matters. For the international since Saturday, around 60 humanitarian aid concerning Palestinian strike have crossed the point Rafah. It is still a drop in the buckets from the UN, but perhaps the start of the promised steady flow by the President of the American President Joe Biden, a third humanitarian aid convoy was able to enter Gaza Strip. This is still too little, but it is perhaps the beginning of this continuous flow promised by Washington. Egyptian Red Crescent sources confirmed that around 20 trucks had passed this Monday through the Rafah border post transporting medicines, medical equipment. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.